Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. The problem is not the real problem. Yes.
So what is the problem today?
Today we have a big problem.
Tell me what it is.
Are you a mom?
I am.
I'm a mom too. So I'm sure most mothers would feel that there's a lot of problems in our day-to-day life. Yeah. So the problem today is mommy problem.
Yes. So what are the few mommy problems? Perhaps I can share one that I read yesterday from a single mom page on Facebook. Because I have put myself in that group as an experienced parents to kind of like help them through journey if there is any advice that I can. So there's one particular one that I read and I don't always reply or comment. But for this one, right, I just felt I needed to.
Okay.
So I read this lady, she said that she's a stay-at-home mom, which I know there are many stay-at-home moms, right? And she was saying that her husband doesn't lay an eye on her anymore. That's what she felt.
Wow.
Doesn't want to look at her straight in the eye, and she doesn't even get any much help from the husband. And she just wanted to have a proper lunch and ask the husband to help, to give some food to the kid. And she kind of like said that, he doesn't even heat up the food and just give the kid like, take, that sort. And she don't feel good. And she's thinking of separation. And she was asking for advice. How is separation journey going to be like? But the thing that she wrote that really caught my attention is the last two sentences. She said that she's ballooned up to almost 80 kg.
Wow.
And she has been experiencing hair loss, oily hair, and she has no glow at all.
Wow.
So these two sentences.
That's a common thing like for stay-home moms who face.
I can't say, maybe it's one of the problem, but I can't say it's really a common problem. Because take an example, I know someone, who is very close to me, is a stay-at-home mom. But I tell you, her whole time as a stay-at-home mom, right, she has been looking radiant all the time. And you can't even tell that, okay, she's in her 40s, she has 3 kids, and still handling everything at home, still go shopping, she wants to, that sort of thing. Yeah, so, and she still have time to exercise, and she drives the kids everywhere.
Right.
So I look at her and I look at this example. I'm like, both are mom. I'm a mom as well, but maybe I'm a different category because working mom. So I just want to make comparison between this stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home mom. So you can see these two is a very drastic thing. So what do you think actually went wrong?
Well, I mean, like, what I see, like, among my peers, my friends or my friends' friends, mostly homemakers, right, they tend to lose themselves, while taking care of their children, while taking care of their house, their husband. So it's very easy for them to, lose a part of themselves or even like completely lose themselves.
I feel that because they have this mentality, for some of them, they felt that, hey, since most of the time I'm staying at home, so I don't really need to dress up, doll up and look good for anyone. I wake up every day doing the same thing over and over again. My main concern, my main focus is only on the children and my husband and the house. I don't need to put myself anywhere before any one of them.
Yeah.
You see where the problem is?
Yeah. So that's why I would say that it's a common problems that stay-home moms would feel. I mean, in fact, come on lah, some working moms don't even take care of themselves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
So, okay, we try not to categorize homemakers or working moms. I think most moms would feel that way.
Correct.
Because we are just so busy with life, and we have responsibilities and commitments to, you know, to fulfill. So it's very, very easy for mothers to feel that they just lost themselves. They no longer look like the way they look and feel before they got married.
Correct.
Or even become a mother. So I think the problem here is that why would they, stop focusing on themselves?
I think there's also a lot to do with the society norm. Listen to me when I say society norm, because to me it is not a norm. It is not a norm to have that mother's look. You know why I say that? Because I noticed, right, someone that I know who is actually pretty young. I mean, as compared to me, she's pretty young, all right? I have seen her since, like, you know, schooling, and then to work, then to getting married, you know. So, and recently I saw her, I got a shock of my life. Because
She changed?
Yeah, she started to feel the need to wear like a mom. Start to feel the need of, because now she's a mom of two very young kids. She start to feel that she need to dress differently. She need to tie her hair differently. She need to look differently. I mean, tying your hair differently, perhaps because your kids are young, you don't want the kids to pull your hair. I get that. But the dressing, right? I was like, you didn't dress like that previously. You were really you dressed very sweet, very demure, really nice, you know. But this is like a whole new, not a very fantastic image to me, you know, because I know she was so much better. And by that dressing herself, she aged herself at least like 10 years, at least. Yeah. Because she felt that, you know, there is a need to, I must look more like a mother. What is looking more like a mother? And I can almost say that, you know, I will take myself as an example. I have never actually let myself let go and have that mommy look, really. Even because, okay, the thing is, I was a mom when I was very young. I had my first kid at 22, you know. So I literally just turned 22, 2 weeks, and then pop a kid out. You know?
Wow.
So can you imagine, the mentality is, I'm still a young girl kind of feeling. I still want to wear jeans. I still want to wear heels. I still want to wear my mini skirts. You know, I still want to do my hair nicely. I want my makeup and all those. My peers are all looking so good. They're all partying. Why should I look like an auntie? So I never want to be associated with the word auntie at all. So I remember, right, I also told myself then, do or die, never buy a diaper bag. Serious, I do not have a diaper bag. You know, so what I bought, I always carry my own handbag. So I will buy those squarish handbag, right? Nice handbag. And then I'll stuff my kids, my daughters.
Like a nice tote bag.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, you know, every time I go, it's fashionable. So I'll do my hair nicely, makeup, and then carry my kid or a stroller. So
that's what the modern mom would.
Yeah, so
yeah.
You need to really think that it is all right to look modern. It is all right to love yourself. It's all right to look like a pretty mom. It's all right to even if you want to label yourself as a hot mom, go ahead. You know, fashionable mom, whatever, go ahead. Because mom, this word mom, right, to me, it doesn't mean that because a mom must have all these checklists, how you must look, how you must behave, and all those. It's not. It's just you, given the so-called like the privilege, you know, of taking care of a little you.
I believe that. I mean, every moms would want to look good. Yeah, but perhaps like given their circumstances.
I think sometimes people use an excuse.
Their peers. Yeah, correct. An excuse. So the problem here is like, if for mothers who wants to make a change, but they just, I mean, they are aware of their problems, but they want to change, but they just, you know, didn't take action. Yeah. So how should they, you know, like move forward?
I think firstly, right, you must really recognize that you have once been in that state before. you know. So and when I say it once be in that stage before, right, as in the pre-mom period, right, how you look, and if you really like that look, you need to stop saying, yeah, I was once like that, how I wish I could be like that again. Do you know what you can actually say? You can just take that thing and put it up and say that I'm going to look like this again, you know, and just work towards it. It's as good as, like, you know, four of us, I'm sure we are all of us have this before. You have that one pants or skirt or dress that you once could wear it, and then you grew a little bit bigger, you cannot pull up anymore, and then you do or die, you don't want to throw it away. You just put it there and say, I will
One
wear
day
it
I will
one
wear
day.
that.
So it happened, right?
Yeah.
She was telling me it happened for her. And it happened for me. So mommy out there, if you don't like how you look today, I tell you, you can change. Small changes.
I feel that moms who wants to change, okay, I think first of all you need to change your friend. I mean, come on, peer influence. So I mean, okay, like for my personal experience is that you know, my own mother, my mom, she's a traditional mom. Okay, very motherly, you know, like wasn't really into, like, you know, like a modern mom fashion thingy. So and my friends, before I was a mom, I see how my friends carry themselves as a mother. And I mean, of course, naturally I will feel that, okay, maybe, you know, after being a mother, you know, I probably should look like that. But what changed my mind was that I have, okay, my ex-boss. So she became a mother, and I mean, she literally just changed my perception as a mom. I mean, she's a working mom, and she continued to, you know, stay fit and, you know, very fashionably dressed. And everything about her is like, wow, a mother can be so gorgeous. Yeah. So then I when I'm a mother, and I keep telling myself that, hey, I want to be like her. You know, I don't want to confine myself into the traditional type of mom. Yeah. So and then I start to realize that, hey, my some other friends who are fashionable moms, that's like, okay, right. So perhaps, you know, having a peer influence kind of, like, you know, steer me towards the type of mom that I want to be.
I really agree with you, because if you talk about people I really hang out with, right? I don't hang out with a lot of people these days. But previously, when I hang out with more people, I also seldom hang out with a lot of ladies, honestly. So those who I really hang out with, right, are almost the same mold as me. Yeah. So if I were to, or if we were to take the kids out, right, we know exactly what we're going to do. So we were like, okay, let's dress up and become chic moms and take the kids out, you know, in our nice dress and heels and shop. So people are like, wow, look at these 3 moms, you know, looking good and the cute kids. You know, so that's what we kind of like, hey, we want to make motherhood fun. We don't want to, it's not because, oh, we want to get labeled with some stupid things that is out there, you know, I don't want to mention that. And it's just us wanting to make motherhood fun.
I think in your case is a lot more different because, okay, I mean, first of all, you are a very young mother, right? So perhaps, you know, the desire to feel young is there.
It is.
Yeah. So like I think most mothers would want to feel young again, but it's just that their, you know, their responsibilities, you know, and
correct.
You know.
So I would say, right, no matter how old your kid is at this moment, you can do it. The most important thing is you need to feel good about yourself, even if you don't don on a very you know, similar dressing as what you used to do, or you're just wearing t-shirt and shorts and you're happy about it, you feel great about it, I think that's good. Because it's all about how you feel. Because when you start to feel lousy about yourself, like the example that I shared with you from Facebook, right? It's a real person feeling this way. having to say so much problem that is happening at home, between the couple. And then the last two, they are actually the key to me. I put on a lot of weight. My hair is oily. I look so dull. I lost my radiance and everything. What has made this happen?
So actually, the mommy problem is actually not the real problem.
It's all in your mind.
If you are happy with who you are,
So be it.
You just feel that, okay, I am who I am.
Yeah. But of course, be honest to yourself, like, our previous episode, we did mention, so don't sweep all the negative emotion under the carpet and think that it never happened.
Yeah.
So if it happens, it happens. So just that when it happens already, if you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel pretty anymore, you don't feel that you look how you should look like,
take action.
Correct. Just tell yourself, I can make the change. Make small changes.
Yeah.
Because when you have small changes, you will see small results. When you see small results and you celebrate that, it will snowball into bigger results.
Yeah.
Okay. She's a very good example. She is very radiant now as compared to a couple of months ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah, we started only, thereabout, correct. Yeah. So if she can do it, and it has been a while already, I've been telling her, hey, you need to take care of yourself, you need to do something about this, because especially if you are already of a certain age, right, you're already middle age, right, you really need the energy to be able to keep up with the kids.
I mean, to be very honest, right, kids wasn't really my main, like I mentioned previously.
Correct.
Yeah. It's really about myself. I know my problems and I know that I am not feeling comfortable with myself already. Yeah. So I need a change, and even though I know that I need a change, I wasn't motivated to do anything at all, despite, you telling me that, hey, do you want to go work out? Do you want to do this or you want to do that together, in terms of like being active. And I wasn't ready. Yeah. So I think there is a period, a moment where I feel that I need to make a change because
you need to stop feeling lousy about yourself.
Correct, because enough is enough.
She mentioned something else again.
What?
Which is what we had to talk about, changing your friends, right? We haven't been friends like for life, okay? Just this couple of years only. And so when I came into her life, I'm literally that weirdo who is very into sports and very into fitness kind of thing. So I think for the initial, right, she's probably very scared of, Winnie telling her, let's go exercise. Because that is not her. But you see, she made that little change to have a new friend.
Yeah.
And then it's very different from her other friends. That's why you see, she really mentioned it correctly. You need to find new friends. Doesn't mean that I'm telling you to unfriend everybody, okay? But it's just that, if you want to start something, you need to find like-minded people.
Correct.
So if looking better is what you want, right? Then go and find an interest group. It can be from social media. Come on, social media is everywhere. You can find anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
Just maybe they can just want to do a Zoom, doing some facial thing, or just get together and talk and chit chat.
Yeah.
Instead of always going to those mummies group whereby everybody talk about how to look more auntie. I tell you, I have seen those group before. Trust me. I have, seriously.
Serious?
I tell you, okay, listen here. Everybody, you need to listen to this, okay? When my daughter was in primary school, so I was a career woman then, okay? I remember I went to pick my daughter so I was on leave or clearing leave during then. So there were a lot of mummies out there waiting for kids. So obviously, I did look different because obviously I'm younger than the usual mummy age. Someone came up to me, this auntie, this lady. Her kid is also in primary school, but she's a lot older than me. She came up to me and pretended to be friendly. I said that she pretended to be friendly. She has an agenda, let me tell you.
Okay, how so?
her gender was right. She asked
Scoop.
me. No,
Scoop something.
she asked me kind of. She
Okay.
asked me, so you stay at home? I said no. Oh, then how come you're picking your kid at this hour? I said I'm on leave. I'm working mom. She went like, what? How can you work? You're supposed to take care of the child at home. So I was like, huh? I was really shocked because I don't know you. Firstly, I really don't know you. Who are you to come up to me so rudely to tell me how I need to behave as a mom, how I need to look like as a mother, how I need to define my role as a mother. So when she said that, right, her auntie kakis turned around, all turned around and stared at me. It's like, wow, this woman...
As if it's a
crime.
Crime to...
Yeah, so in
look-
Chinese, right, in Chinese, you'll probably say that this woman need to 禁猪笼. So which is like, you've done a serious crime. So they probably need to drown me to death, that kind. So I was like, oh. So I ignored them. I totally ignored them. And I didn't want to associate with them. So I realized when my daughter came out, right, they all look at my daughter. Supposed to, like, I'm going to identify who is this girl. We're going to all look at her. And we're going to gossip to all our kids. So...
Wow.
And yeah, that's how toxic that kind of mommy group can be. But I realize now there's a lot of very nice modern mommy groups whereby they get together to work out. My friend has organized a aqua Zumba in a condominium just to get a few mummies together.
Okay.
So these
That's
are the
nice.
these are the kind that you need to mingle with.
Correct.
Not those outside the school pointing finger at a working mom. So I'm like, you want to feed my kids, is it? you know what I mean? So don't bother about what people want to say or judge about you. It's all about how you feel. Can you imagine if during that day, I was so taken aback and I listened to her advice, I would not be where I am now. Really.
Well, I think this is a very good experience. Coming from my own story, I do feel that it's important to mix with the right people, and they will be supportive of you, and just be an inspiration for you to make a change.
Just remember, your tribe is your vibe. You need to find the right vibe, and even at home.
Correct. Yeah. So if you are looking to, do some change, want to get yourself into fitness, you can always look for her. She's a fitness instructor as well.
Yes.
So we hope that, mummies out there don't feel that you're alone.
Yeah.
There are many supports that you can get.
One more, like some mummies will feel that, hey, I felt that my husband is not setting an eye on me anymore. It's like
don't care about the husband.
Cannot stand. Okay, let me tell you this. I cannot say don't care lah.
No, really. They shouldn't care.
No,
because they need to focus on themselves.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Focus on yourself first. Okay, don't take so much. Don't read too much into it. Because when you are focusing on yourself, right, you start to be more radiant. The whole vibe, the whole energy within the house, amongst the couple, it will change. Because when you start to know how to love yourself, people feel that you are lovable. If you don't love yourself, do you know the vibe that you're giving to your spouse is, I'm not lovable. Don't even come near to me.
And I think, okay, because you're talking about this vibe thing, right? So it is very true that you can feel each other's vibe, especially at home.
Yeah.
So like, sometimes you can just imagine, like, what if one day my husband starts to feel good about himself? Okay, he starts to dress up, he starts to keep fit, blah blah blah. And I'm sure you start to wonder, like, hey, what's going on, man? Is he trying to be funny or what? So same thing likewise. If you start to, start to feel good about self, start to change yourself bit by bit, I'm sure somebody in the house would notice
I guess they will be more of like, let's put it positively, okay? They'll be more curious to know why you're changing.
Correct.
Rather than feeling the insecurity. Don't overread all this thing. Don't read their curiosity as insecurity. Okay? Let them be curious. It's good to be curious. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always remember a guy friend used to share with me that he always believed that, everybody should have value for themselves. Yeah. So how do you create values for yourself? You need to take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to, feel good about yourself, self-care, self-love, that kind of, stuff. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the problem is actually not the real problem.
Yeah.
When you start to, be very honest with yourself, right? When you're being very honest with yourself, I know that I am not feeling good and I need a change.
Yes.
Then do it. If you don't know how to do it, start small. If you don't know how to do, well, you can drop us a
Yeah, just look seriously
message.
look for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to wrap things up, we really hope that all mummies can, just really love yourself and be happy. So, and we will be sharing more in our next few episodes.
That's right.
So, you can also find us on, various social media. And this is our social media handle, which is Connected Soul SG. And you can find us on Facebook, TikTok. We have a blog as well. We are on Pinterest, LinkedIn, all social media, as long as you type in Connected Soul SG.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so catch us in the next episode.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.